Today I want to talk about your Merkaba, what it is, how it is used in your life, the geometry and the quantum physics of it. Let's go. All right. The Merkaba is a vehicle that you sit in. It's referenced in the Bible as the chariot that Ezekiel went into heaven. And in esoteric terms, it is a sphere around you. In scientific terms, it's a biometric sphere around you. And the geometry of it, sorry, my phone froze. The geometry of it is two interlocking tetrahedrons. Now, you might have to look up what a tetrahedron looks like, but it's very little pointed star when it comes together, one side and then the other. One side of the tetrahedron is spinning one way, the other side is spinning opposite of it. Each of them represent the divine feminine and the divine masculine, among other things. They interlock and they overlap, and it creates a stable field of balance that's both protective and mobile. In the quantum physics analogy of this, the wave function, the quantum systems exist in probability states until observed. That's just science. It's the observer effect. Now, collapse of the wave function, the observation locks into one possibility when you observe it and into reality. Now, the expansion, the outward expansion of your tetrahedron sphere around you is projecting possible states of things that you can encounter. The contraction inward of the tetrahedron collapses to one outcome that you see, and it creates this visual field that you see around you through your eyes. Okay? So the Merkaba's dual spin matches the projective, expansive, and receptive collapsing dance of quantum measurement. That means that as you move, basically what it's doing is rendering your field of vision and your perception in your life. It is what physically collapses the wave and turns your perception into what you see. It creates the matter of what you experience. And when I say matter, I mean matter as in things, density, matter. Okay? So, what does this have to do with you? Well, you are in the center of that Merkaba. And as you in the center, you're the one that's creating the observation. So it's you, and then it goes into your Merkaba, and your Merkaba renders it back and mirrors it back to you. That's why I always talk about your external world mirroring your internal state, because it's all coming from you as the central node in this Merkaba, or this bioelectric field, however you want to say it. I like Merkaba because it's very interesting sounding and it's more magical. But there are literally just different explanations for everything in every culture, and it's all the same. But anyway, you as the central observer are the one that controls and renders it by your observation, right? So you are the reference frame. Everything outside is potential, meaning that it can collapse into anything that you want. This is why it's so central and important to do the healing work. Because if you want to create your reality, if you want to bend time space, if you want to do all the magical things and have all the synchronicities, you gotta heal the central nervous system. Okay? And not just heal it, but learn how to work with it. Because healing doesn't just mean it stops and it goes away. No, you get confronted with stuff and you've got to move through it, or else it wouldn't be a challenge, would it? And if it's not a challenge, we wouldn't want to play because we are so powerful. Why would we play? Why would we play Tetris when we can play World of Warcraft or whatever? You see what I'm saying? All right. Now, the outer tetrahedron maps collapse the probabilities from the larger field. The inner tetrahedron collapses those into your actual timeline. Meaning you're observing, it's creating, and then it comes into here. That's why there's a lag of what you want and it appearing. So people often want something, and if they don't get it right away, they give up. That keeps as the wave from collapsing and keeps it from coming into your timeline. Basically, it stays in the outer tetrahedron and doesn't come into the center. Polarity is key. Projection versus reception. Potential versus actualized. Infinite versus finite. If one spin is dominant, the field destabilizes. Pure projection leads to chaos, pure contraction leads to stagnation. What this is saying is that if one tetrahedron is out of balance with the other, meaning your external and internal states, then what you get is chaos, meaning you're attracting the things that are making your life more difficult. And you will attract those things until you decide you are the author and no longer accept those things. And you start moving from a state of peace, of knowing, and it turns into magic. I don't know how else to say it. And that is when it comes into balance. You can't get any of those things until the Merkaba is balanced, okay? When balanced, the Merkaba sustains coherent perception. This is why in mythical traditions it's called the vehicle of light, because coherence equals a stable reality. That means you are no longer operating from a trigger hip. You are operating from peace and knowing. Okay? The direct implication of this is that nothing exists outside of you. Not outside of you, not outside of your Merkaba. It's not just poetic, it's literally quantum physics, mapped through sacred geometry. So, the Merkaba is your quantum computer, your mind, body, and spirit field running the code of perception. Others are only real insofar as they have been rendered inside your Merkaba's field. Meaning, when they say, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody is around to hear it, did it even fall? There is no tree. Sorry, there is no tree. If you do not see it, it does not exist. That's it, plain and simple. So, key takeaways of this. The Merkaba is an explanation for a biometrical field in the esoteric sense. The way that it works is the tetrahedron, sacred geometry. And basically, it all boils down to you are the creator of your environment. You are the creator of your perception. And everything that you create is literally you trying to figure out the things that happened to you when you were a child, and then at the same time try to have the adventures and do the things that your inner child wanted to do. So this was fun. I hope it helped. Talk to you later. Bye.